Hi guys, thank you for joining me today. It's lovely to have your company. Um, Today I'm going to be talking about a very delicate subject, a very delicate area regarding Lisa Marie's autobiography, From Here to the Great Unknown. Well, uh, um, Lisa's autobiography reveals that she kept her son's dead body in her home for 2 months before burying him. Okay, and although some people find this really disturbing and really alarming, but I can understand why Lisa done this. She's absolutely devastated and heartbroken when her son died, and the circumstances surrounding his death, where he took his own life. It was such a shock for her. She wasn't prepared. Well, and anyway, I can understand her decisions. I can understand her behavior. She was actually herself. She couldn't function. She was absolutely destroyed when her son died. She didn't want to live anymore. She lost her zest for life. She lost her passion for life. She could barely even stand up or walk. She wanted to die. She had a very, very powerful, very strong bond with Benjamin. Very powerful, just like her father, Elvis, the kind of bond he shared with Gladys, that's the kind of bond she shared with Benjamin. The way Elvis loved Gladys, that strong, intense bond that you don't even understand. You're overwhelmed by the intensity of this bond that they shared. So, what I'm trying to say is that having him in her home helped her with the grieving process. She needed time to process what happened to Benjamin. You know, she was very, very close to Benjamin, and I think having Benjamin to herself for 2 months, it helped her with the grieving process, and it helped to take back some control, over Benjamin. Yeah, like it's her son. I will take my time. I will bury him when I'm ready, when I say so, on my terms. Because Lisa, so many tragedies. She went through so many tragedies in her life. First of all, her father dying. She was only 9 years old when her father died, and she grieved for him too. She saw him in the casket. She saw him, she touched his body, but she wanted to spend more time with her father, but she couldn't. They controlled the funeral, but this time she was in control. She saw her father in the bathroom. She kept running into the bathroom to be with her daddy, to jump on her daddy's body, to be with him, but they kept pulling her away. Of course, they should pull her away because she's just a child. No child should see her father in that way. So what I'm trying to say is that she wanted to take care of him, even though he was dead. She wanted to take care of his body. Some people have said this is weird, this is dysfunctional, and all these trolls are coming out telling how dysfunctional the whole thing is, but it's not. People who love so deeply can never recover from such a loss. I feel that if I ever God forbid, if anything ever happened to my child, I don't think I would survive. I don't think I would live. Even though I would try, I would do my best to live for the other remaining children on this earth. I wouldn't be able to help the grief, the sorrow, the pain would be so bad. I don't think I would live, so I can relate to what, it's relatable. I can relate to what Lisa went through. She never got over losing her father, Lisa. She's been grieving for him all her life. She had so many happy memories with him, and then all of a sudden she was pulled away, lost number one, when Priscilla took her away, when they got divorced, and she took her away. Priscilla didn't even want Lisa. She just took Lisa away from Elvis. She wanted to be in control of Lisa. She was using Lisa as a weapon. She wanted Lisa to herself, to say, I am the one, I'm the powerful one, I'm in control. Because when she did have Lisa, she never took care of her. Lisa was neglected and abused, as we can see from the book. Yeah? It's all coming out now. And I think this autobiography should have been done years ago. Priscilla should have been exposed years and years ago. Not now, when she's 80, when she's got 1 foot in the grave already. No, people should have known the truth. But Lisa still loved her mum. She didn't want to expose her mum as a bad person, She just distanced herself from her mum. Right, going back, shock number 1, when the divorce. Shock number 2 is seeing her daddy dead in the bathroom, screaming and crying. She was inconsolable, beyond the grief was so overwhelming, and so shock number 3, her son dying. So she's been through a lot. It's terrible, terrible. Now she's in control, She wanted her son. She gave birth to him. She is the one who raised him. How dare other people have control over her son? They had enough control over him in the past. So this is her time to grieve. But Lisa knew she was dying of a broken heart. And maybe that's why she decided to do her memoirs. She wanted to do them before she passed away, because deep in her heart, she truly believed that she would not recover from this. It sealed her fate. I don't know whether anybody heard this when Elvis said, you need to walk in someone's shoes and see life through their eyes. He used to do this during the concerts, where he used to sing Walk a Mile in My Shoe. Yeah, so we cannot judge. I cannot judge Lisa. I'm not the one going through it. I don't know her state of mind. Yeah, I'm not the one going through that pain. I'm not judging her. I don't blame her for keeping his body in the house. So she was heartbroken, and anyway, she knew she may not recover from this, and she knew that every day. I felt that I knew she would. It was touch and go whether she was going to recover from Benjamin's death. It was touch and go. I knew that every day she woke up would be a blessing for her to be on this earth, because I would be the same, because I know who I am. I nearly died when my mum died, and I know what I went through, the pain, the sorrow, you know, to pull through this. But having your own child die, that's a different story altogether. And she knew it was a matter of time, really. And I know some people will find it unsettling to keep a body in the home for that length of time. But under so many cultures, so many religions take the body of their loved ones home to grieve. I'm Greek, by the way, and it's normal for us to take our deceased loved ones back home for a few days. It helps with the grieving process. It brings comfort to us when you bring your loved one home, when you have your relatives, family members visit to pay their last respects. And it helps you come to terms with the initial shock. It helps you to accept the loss, really. And it brings some kind of peace. I can't explain, but it's the sense of peace you get when you're with them, you know, in your home. And apparently in California, it's legal to keep a dead person in your home for an extended period of time. So at least it wasn't breaking the law at all. Benjamin's body was kept in a refrigerator on dry ice to help preserve the body so it doesn't decompose. Anyway, the reason she kept the body for that length of time was not just because she wanted to be with Benjamin, but because they couldn't decide whether to bury Benjamin in Graceland or to have him cremated and have his ashes scattered in Hawaii. So that was another thing they were deliberating, what to do with Benjamin. So that's why he was in the home for so long. I think she wanted to care for Benjamin. She felt responsible. I know she's not at all responsible for what happened to Benjamin, but every mother would feel guilty. They're responsible. Why this, why that? If this, if that, he wouldn't have died. If it hadn't been for this. She feels that she caused the death indirectly, you know. She was part of the causation process, the chain of causation that led to him dying. And obviously she wasn't, but mothers feel guilty, you know, mothers feel guilty, even though it's not their fault. The guilt, I think the guilt ate her up. It destroyed her. It's destroyed her physically inside, her organs, her heart, everything. So when she had that heart attack or heart failure, well, there was not even a chance for her to survive the heart failure or the heart attack, because her body was already weakened from grieving. You can die of a broken heart. It's true. It is very, very true. It's happened to me when I lost my mum. I couldn't function. I was crying all day. I felt lost. There was a void in my life. But losing a child is a completely different story. You don't expect your children to go before you, okay? And everything is relatable. What Lisa went through, as far as I'm concerned, it's relatable. it can happen, you know. And I remember on her Instagram page, I remember Lisa saying, grief is not something you get over. You live with it. It doesn't get better. The intensity is still there. You can never get over. It's grieve. You grieve throughout your life. But sometimes you get to not get over it, but you learn to live with the grief. And that's what happened. You know, Lisa was starting to not get over, but starting to improve within herself, because she was so happy about the Elvis Presley film. She went to the Golden Globe Awards. You know, she wanted to lose weight and look nice for the awards. So she had that spark back. She had that will to live was slowly coming back, you know, and she had to stay alive. She wanted to stay alive for her daughters, for Riley.